June 1st is the last day for the California House of Representatives to pass bills for the November ballot. One of those is the Safe Youth Football Act, which will eliminate tackle football here in the state of California for kids 13 years of age and under. Rick Willis with the third part of his special series, CTE and Political Football.
Rick Jackson isn't just Madison's football coach and athletic director. He's also the father of two boys.
Believe me, my son had a brain injury when he was 4 years old. So I understand the scare, and I understand like brains are fragile. But what the neurosurgeons told me also is, you know, they're resilient and the skulls are hard, and my son was not limited from doing anything, you know, once he healed. You know, and we talked specifically about football, and our neurosurgeons told us that there would be no added threat to it.
Of those people that have post-mortem findings of chronic traumatic encephalopathy, how many people are actually symptomatic? And how do you predict, is somebody going to be symptomatic or not? Those are problems. Why do you have Junior Seau, where there was worry that depression and other findings were related to CTE, as opposed to Howie Long or Terry Bradshaw, where you don't have those problems?
Which brings in the question of education versus elimination. Jackson, as well as Dunn and every other high school football coach in California, are required to be educated on concussions, with Heads Up Football leading the way.
But I do know that youth coaches, they have to go through the training, or they don't have to, but most of them choose to go through USA Football Heads Up Football training, which means they go to classes, they get educated not only on concussion awareness, but everything else that USA Football has to offer in regards to safety and health and well-being.
But again, you're trusting an entity to push the narrative that it's safe or it's not safe for kids, but these are the same people that literally hid it for 20, 30 years of dangers to players until they literally started going crazy like a zombie movie, and then for some reason, you know, it finally came out and they knew about it and they wanted to pay it off to push it under the table and say, we'll do research. So, I mean, if you trust those kind of people to push the narrative and drive the car for your kid's safety, then that's a decision you have to make.
To make the assumption that with education and more people on the sideline and better equipment, that things aren't going to get better doesn't make sense, because seatbelts have made things better. Helmets in bicycles have made things better. Every type of measure that we've taken equipment-wise has made things better. On the other side, people say, well, you're just admitting head injury's bad, so you're making a helmet better, which that's dumb. Well, why is it not the same for bicycles and snowing? Every snowboarder in the Olympics is wearing a helmet. And that's based upon the number of injuries people were having.
The authors of the Safe Football Act say that playing flag football, or in the case of high school, what they call passing league, is much safer. But the risk still remains.
I've seen concussions in 7-on-7. You know, I probably had a bad one about 5 years ago. You know, where we were playing in a 7-on-7 tournament, and two kids collided, going for a ball, and they hit head to head, and it was a bad concussion. So there's a level of risk in every factor.
So how do we solve it? Dr. Michael Klein proposes this.
So if you want to protect people, is despite the age, you start to segment people out based upon skill sets, strength, speed, and you keep the kids that are just developing away from those kids that are already past that point, because it's not a fair competition at that point.
Rick Willis, KUSI Sports.
New Saints football coach Joe Kremer in studio on Wednesday. Rick Sweep's piece, just one of the topics of conversation.
Believe that the benefits of football outweigh the risks. I think it tests your mental capabilities, makes you very tough. I mean, it's a hard sport, and it's hard because it hurts at times, right? But once you realize that thrill of victory, I think it's important that you build on that, right? Get kids interested, keep them safe. We're dedicated at Saints. I know a lot of coaches across the county are dedicated to teaching kids how to play the game in a safe manner, as safe as possible.
All right, let's get to the prep scene. Time to introduce everybody. The sweeps man, Rick, say hey.
Hey.
Brandon, say hello.
Wakanda forever.
Maddie, why don't you just smile a little bit?
Why am I last again?
Oh, we'll find out. Here we go. Open division, semifinal action. Aquia College, top seed Foothills Christian taking on 5-seed Mater Dei. Fourth quarter, Knights, Derek Carter Hollinger with a nice layup for 2 of his 18. Moments later, it's Mater Dei's Trey Anderson with the bucket and foul. Trey had a game-high 25. But let's not forget Tayshawn Cherry with the last of his 21 points as he would fall out moments later. Foothills hangs on for the win. The final 67-55 to get the winner of this one, Rick.
Well, that would be us heading to the Olive Garden at Torrey Pines. 2-seed Falcons hosting 3-seed Mission Bay. Finn Sullivan on a tear for the Falcons, scoring 25 and keeping this one a one-score game, but only one dominant force can move on. That's Boogie. I got a little Boogie. Boogie! Look at him go with hitting the runner with less than a minute to go, and Jamari Norton clinches the game with the steal and score. The final 64-62. It will be Mission Bay and Foothills for the Open Division title on Friday.
Semi-final action, D2, 5 seeds. Otay Ranch welcome in the 9th seed Francis Parker. 1 minute left. Otay's dead man walking. Tariq scoring inside, brings the Mustangs within 2. He had a game high 38 points. Otay still down 2 with 3 seconds left to go. Back to dead man walking. But Matt Benda from Francis Parker gets a hand on the ball, and Otay never really gets shot off after that. That's how it ends, 76-74. Maddie, who they got?
Oh, well, let me tell you, out at East at Christian, 3-seed Bishops making the trip to take on 2-seed Patriots. First quarter action, it's Knights. Christian Rose would fight through the traffic to earn 2 of his team-high 13. Later in the second quarter, the Patriots' Isaiah Robinson would hit his 3rd three-pointer of the night. He was finished with 12 points and helped his team to the win. The final 52-37. It'll be Bishops and Francis Parker in the D2 championship on Saturday.
Thank you, Maddie. Top half of the bracket in D3. Top seed Mount Miguel hosting 4-seed Hoover. In the opening frame, Matador C.J. Jackson picks up the loose ball. Can I get an amen?
Amen!
Yeah, with the one-handed dunk. Third quarter, Mount Miguel captain James Allen with 2 of his game-high 26. The final 89-65. They'll face 6-seed Carlsbad for the championship on Saturday. Will Mount Miguel.
All right, girls Open Division semifinal. La Jolla Country Day top seed Lady Torrey's taking on 4-seed Mission Hills. Fourth quarter, Mission Hills nursing a 6-point lead with Melinda Bland. Nothing bland about this. The and one, then it's Catherine Knapp with a strong move. She get to the line as well. Don't call it an upset. We've been here for years. The Lady Grizzlies are headed back to the finals. They get the winner of this one, Brandon Stone.
Okay, more Open Division. LCC and Mount Miguel. First quarter, the Maverick captain Kaylee Berry down to the baseline for 2 of her 9 points. Then it's Matador time. Selena Peterson, 2 of her 19 to go along with 14 assists. Man, last week I got one of those. It was triple-double. Mount Miguel wins 61-38. Matadors, Mission Hills, final match.
In Division 3, 6-seed El Cap taking on the 2-seed Christian Lady Patriots. We go to the first quarter as Christian Simone James goes untouched coast to coast to get her 2 of her 9 points. But the night would not belong to her teammate freshman Kristen Williams, who would prove to be unstoppable as she would lead her team to a game-high 30 points as the Patriots cruise to the win. The final 57-27. They go top seed Escondido Aventus for the D3 title on Saturday.
We hit the backward from that. This Open Division semifinals on the pitch now. Top seed Torrey Pines hosting rival and 5-seed LCC. Always fun when these two get together with back-to-back goals in less than a minute. But in stoppage time, it's Liam Fuller ties in the game at 2. And then in overtime, it's Jacob Chong taps in the game winner right there. Final 3-2. The Costa Canyon will face the winner of what, Rick?
Yeah, up at San Marcos, the 3-seed Knights welcoming in 7-seed Cathedral Catholic, 4:30 left. San Marcos senior Parker Norris with the hat trick for a 3-1 lead. Then less than 3 minutes left, it's senior Pedro Mercado. And it's another one. That's right. It's 5-1 the final. They'll be Knights in LCC for the Open title on Friday.
Division 1 semi at Saints, top seed. St. Augustine hosting 4-seed Point Loma, 78th minute. Saints' Tommy Sandmeyer getting his head on the cross for the game-tying goal. This one still tied after 4 penalty kicks when Point Loma goalkeeper Marlene Mascarenas, hits the diving stop, and then says, like it so much, we'll just let the goalkeeper take it. Team finds back the net, pointers up, set them all, 5-4 penalty kicks. They get stripped for the D1 title.
D3 semifinals at Crawford. The 4-seed Colts, the road team, as they take on top seed Preuss. First half, Colts on the attack. Mahad Abdi heads in the loose ball for the first goal of the match. Second half, it's Crawford again. This time, Mohamed Kianza puts away the centering pass. Colts win the final 2-0. They'll face the winner of this next one.
Okay, Maddie, heading over to UC. 2-seeded Centurions playing host is number 3 seed Otay Ranch. 25th minute, UC's Cole Bechtel finds Alex Trinus, who buries a left foot. Centurions up 2-0 at the break. 75th minute, Otay now down 2-1 when George Adumbe ties it up with this bit of magic right there. We go to penalty kicks, and in the 8th round, it's Otay Ranch needing this one to stay alive, but Yannick Myslinski saves his 3rd kick of the round, and what do you know? We got ourselves a University City victory, 3-2 in penalty kicks. It'll be U City and Crawford for the D3 title on Saturday.
All right, Division 4 semi in the South Bay. 6-seed Central taking on 2-seed Sweetwater. First half at Sweetwater's Loris Rosa. Oh, that's a rose of a goal to tie the game at 1. Then for Central, it's Jose Torres who lets it fly from 30 yards out. You know, that'll be up for play of the week, I think. But, you know, I don't think they can get us in Central. The final 3-1, they'll face top seed Sage Creek on Saturday for the D4 championship. Mr. Stone.
You know, the girls go to KUSI.com, Rick. Finish up on the girls' side in Division 2. 5-seed Missionals facing off with OLP. You know me. In the 14th minute, the Pilots, Ashton Healy, gets one in front to score one of the 2 goals. Then in the 43rd, sister, something like a 2-way twister. Aaron Healy scores, defending D3 champs advance to the D2 championship game. 3-0.
All right, final thoughts, kids.
Highlights from all these games will be posted to KUSI.com before the clock strikes midnight.
And for the 2nd straight year, the school that I went to wins Battle of the Fans. So congratulations to the Nest at Santa Fe Christian. They win the small school. We look forward to getting your award on Friday when you face El Camino for the D1 title at VAS Arena. Brandon Stone, I know you had 2, so one of yours had to win, right?
I had 3, Rick, and none of them won. But Gilson and his crew did just fine. As Seabad is your championship winner. They'll be on the court at halftime during the open division game between the Bay and the Purple